are super excited to share with you these light series handpans from Celestial Sound over in Australia. They are Celestial Sound's answer to a beginner handpan.
So let's hear how they sound.
3, 4. Effective. They're made in-house and they're both very, very similar. One is an F minor and one is an F major. So depending on what kind of vibe or feel you want as a beginner handpan player, you can choose the minor or major variation.
Earlier last year, Amy and I got to visit Tim Tom in his Celestial workshop, and we talked a lot about all of the things that handpan players face. And one thing that he had observed is there's a lot of beginners who want to play a beautiful instrument, but they can't afford thousands of pounds to get a really high quality custom made instrument. So Tim has created a bit of a solution to that problem, finding a pan that sounds high quality but it doesn't cost the earth.
To achieve that, he sourced his own materials, his own steels. He's hydroforming them himself. That means using a machine that blasts water into the steel to create this shape. And he got a little team together and crafted these two kind of quite similar scales that can be built fairly easily. You can have a little production line going, but that are also different enough that it gives you a choice of what mood and what feel you want as a beginner.
I chose the major pan, which is the Juno pan. And this is an F major scale, and I thought it was pretty cool because it can jam really easily with a D curd, and it sounds like this. You can hear that F chord is an F major chord.
I chose the F minor variation. This is called the F Venus, and this sounds like this.
That Tim was able to keep costs down is that there's actually a lot of similarities between these two instruments. We both have an F, we both have a B flat, and a C. We've got different notes here, but the same over here, and here, different again, the same, and the same.
Beautiful.
Really great. So in a way, they are pans that can jam together and we can play together with each other. But if you're looking for two pans that jam really easily together, buying one of each might not be the best way forwards.
Another thing that I really love about these instruments is that the diameter is the same, I think, as a regular handpan, but the depth is much, much shallower. So it means that it's just so effortless to get around. You don't have to kind of reach over the ding and move in all these crazy big shapes. It's also a little bit lighter because there's less material here. That makes it handy for travel as well. And again, just makes it a little bit more beginner friendly.
Yeah, so when you're walking around London, or wherever you live, with when I'm walking around London with it on my back, I don't feel like I'm having to, you know, really wiggle through tight gaps. So I've really enjoyed that. It's helpful for the stuff that I do going into schools and hospitals. Like, it's a lot more portable than some of the bigger things.
And speaking of size as well and portability, it also comes with a custom case.
Oh, so cute! It's so cute!
That fits the pans perfectly, going with his purple colour scheme here.
And you know what I literally learned today,
What?
or yesterday?
What?
There's this pocket on the back. Have you seen this?
I didn't know that was in there?
You get a cloth and you get a little sachet
Oh.
of like phoenix oil.
And a
yeah,
magnet.
I didn't know. I was literally on the train like, what is this?
Wow, I had no idea. Well, there you go, bonus.
There you go.
Amazing. So the cloth is for cleaning and maintenance. So what I recommend after playing is to just give it a quick wipe down.
Also branded. Loves it. Loves it.
Incredible. Upside down branded, that's okay. And then the oil is for every now and then. When your handpan feels like it needs a little bit of extra love, you can, again, give your instrument a wipe down. I like to use 70% or above alcohol as well, just to really give it a good clean. And then you can coat it in that phoenix oil provided.
This amount of oil is a great place to start. You'll probably end up buying some more eventually. But yeah, this is a small amount, but it's a great amount.
This arrived pre-oiled as well anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This will be good for us for a couple months, I think. Yeah. So price-wise, these come in at 1,690 AUD, Australian dollars. In pounds, that's around £850. Similar story for euros, maybe a little bit more for US dollars. So coming in under 1,000 US dollars. Shipping worldwide varies. It can get a little bit expensive if you're shipping this to the US or the UK. But if you're in Australia and looking for a beginner handpan, or if you're anywhere and you're looking for a beginner handpan that's still going to give you good quality and still is less than a super expensive handpan, even with the shipping, I think this is a really good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of Tim's instruments that he's built custom for me. Amy's just got one of them. And we love them. Like,
incredible.
They're the ones that I did my concerto on. Like, they're the ones that you've really resonated with your one as well. So anything that Tim touches feels like it's going to be a good thing. And of course, it is a different sound of instrument than the one that he spends months and months crafting each note. We had to go up building a handpan in the studio and took us a second, it took us a while.
It's hard.
Yeah, so it's definitely a different offering, but I think it's a pretty cool one, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's quite warm, quite mellow in sound, I find. And it's in tune, which is nice. And it feels stable.
Yeah.
I've had lots of stability testing with this by a baby. I've had a child crawling on it and it's still perfectly held its tuning. So that's excellent news. That's something that is often not found in the cheaper range instruments, is stability. Even if they arrive in tune, they can very quickly fall out of tune. But this feels really, really solid. Here on this channel, I've been looking for the perfect beginner handpan. I've explored an instrument from Amazon, I've explored an instrument from Temu. I'm super passionate about getting more handpans into people's hands, and so seeing more projects pop up that are making beginner priced instruments but that are good quality is just such a dream for me. So thank you, Tim, for your work, and I'm excited to explore more instruments as well in future videos that are of similar price ranges so that you can see what they're all about.